Incense ascend.
Seize the initiative.
How about a one-on-one? Never hesitate!
Is that all?
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed.
Never hesitate!
It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Allow me to purge the room. Yeah.
I venture forth to hunt forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable! How about a one-on-one? The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. I won't do.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
May the Faust and
I venture forth to hunt forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Do you need me to formulate the next plan? Spicy, stimulating. Something ominous has arrived.
How about a one-on-one? Never hesitate!
Commencing support.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
The fearless knows not fear. I won't do.
Ela não.
Destined for oblivion.
Too slow.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
No! Never hesitate!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumph! Victory is inevitable!
On the still waters of oblivion.
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. Never hesitate! I won't do it.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumph! Victory is inevitable!
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah. Get it together. Everything in this world is bleeding.
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. Never hesitate! I won't do it.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Good.
On the still waters of oblivion.
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. Never hesitate! The fearless knows not fear.
Ready for another?
I won't do it.
Destined for oblivion. Again, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Everything in this world is bleeding. Yeah.
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Never hesitate!
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Good.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Get it together.
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. Never hesitate!
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You get stronger.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Never hesitate! I won't do. The fearless knows not fear. Trap!
Ready for another?
Slow.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Never hesitate! I won't do. The fearless knows not fear. Trap!
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah.
Never hesitate! Too slow. The fearless knows not fear. Trap! Never hesitate!
Ready for another?
Too slow.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Familiar.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
On the still waters of oblivion.
The fearless knows not fear. Trap!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Never hesitate! The fearless knows not fear. I won't do. Trap!
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah.
Never hesitate!
me to formulate the next plan?
Spicy, stimulating. Something ominous has arrived. Incense ascends, entwined with its...
Too slow. How about a one-on-one? The fearless knows not fear.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Still waters of oblivion.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Never hesitate! Too slow. That one's good. The fearless knows not fear. Too slow.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah.
Ready for another?
Again?
Never hesitate! That one's good. The fearless knows not fear. Never hesitate! That one's good.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumph! Victory is inevitable! You need to get stronger.
Still waters of oblivion.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
The fearless knows not fear. Never hesitate! Too slow.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. for oblivion.
Yeah. Get it together. Ready for another?
The fearless knows not fear. I won't do it. Never hesitate. The fearless knows not fear. Too close. I won't do it.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Still waters of oblivion.
Never hesitate!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Love, the fearless knows not fear.
Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Never hesitate! I won't do it. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Destined for oblivion.
Yeah.
The fearless knows not fear. Too close.
Ready for another? Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
Spicy, stimulating. Something ominous has arrived.
Stream forth. Gleam of old blade.
Too slow. How about a one-on-one? Never hesitate! I won't do.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever. Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
Ready for another?
Yeah.
Tremble before my power. Freeze to death.
The fearless knows not fear.
Destined for oblivion.
Slow.
Let me bestow upon you
Net
despair.
markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Never hesitate!
Destined for oblivion.
I won't do.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
We're not done yet.
Ready for another?
Everything in this world is good.
You are doomed to fail. A world devoured by ice.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack. So, ouch. It's now or never.
Freeze to death.
The fearless knows not fear.
Like that.
Never hesitate! Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Power of the preservation. A world devoured by ice.
Still waters of oblivion.
I won't do.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack. Yeah.
Destined for oblivion.
The fearless knows not fear.
They promise.
Never hesitate!
Still waters of oblivion.
I won't do.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Forever. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
You are doomed to fail. Freeze to death.
Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Again.
Ready for another?
The fearless knows not fear. Never hesitate!
Let me bestow upon you despair.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I won't do. Forever. Triumph! Victory is inevitable!
This haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Can you wait a little moment? The Master Diviner will be here. She's temporarily taken on the General's responsibilities. Before meeting you, she must make the current situation known and fortify public spirit.
I don't think I can ever get used to this. It's a pleasure to see you all here to collating casualties and losses. Dispatching forces to round up the remnants of the disciples. Generalship is no trifling matter. How could I be... I think she's enjoying her.
Master Diviner, have you summoned us here just to sigh and complain?
Of course not. On the contrary. I am eager to thank you all in my official capacity as acting general of the Luofu. Now that things have...
Ooh, all those benefits that the General promised. They're finally...
Yes. The Astral Express has braved great evil for the Luofu. Your devotion is evident. After discussions with the 6 charioteers, you are henceforth sworn ally.
On behalf of the Astral Express, I would like to thank you, Master Diviner.
Oh, wow. Nothing tangible then? But at least it...
Now that things have been expressed, I still have something to discuss with you.
Seriously? Thanking us like that and then immediately sending us on another...
It's not a mission. The Stellaron crisis, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus rebellion. It's just that, having been in the middle of everything, I'm struggling to keep an accurate perspective. So, where... It appears that Vantilia was the mastermind behind it all. The Xianzhou warred with the Antimatter Legion in the past, and few could have foreseen the insidious tactics employed in the execution of their assaults. The Lord Ravager slithered in unnoticed. The present danger posed by the Legion clearly demands the Stellaron Hunters. We know just as little. But in the matrix of prescience, based on what Kafka knows, and despite everything being under the control of Elio, that prophecy is indeed the most beneficial future for the Luofu. Now that the future has come true, the Xianzhou has discovered that we may. But for example, how was the Stellaron brought onto the Xianzhou? And who sent it onto Scale Gorge Waterscape? I'm submitting my report to the Alliance, and I've already got a plan in mind. All of you will feature in the report, but...
I was about to make the same request, Master Diviner. Since the Arbor's resurrection, I'm sure the Alliance...
Jingyuan has committed quite a few violations this time around. Before you leave, please make time to recuperate. If there's anywhere you'd like to visit... Oh! If you pass through Starskiff Haven... It was all so chaotic. The Cloud Knights were only able to find her fan. She took it with her everywhere. I'm already prepared for the worst. As for how matters are handled with regards to Ting Yun, I believe it's best...
I understand.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. It's getting late. If you need me...
Things have come to a close for now. The Master Diviner asked us to pass on this item of Ting Yun's. I'll go to the palace.
I see. Please extend my regards to the 10 Lords.
I will. Our condolences, Helm. You have guests. I shall take my leave.
On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, I would like to thank the crew of the Express for saving the Law Fu from the Stellaron crisis.
Madame Yukong must have heard about Miss Tingyun.
Yes, I have heard. Seeing 4 leave, yet only 3 return, was enough for me to know that Fu Xuan's report was indeed correct. Tingyun. I still can't believe it. The whole report reads like a bad joke. The Antimatter Legion on the Xianzhou. And how could someone who spent over 30 years working alongside me at the Skyfaring Commission turn out to be nothing more than a monster in disguise? What happened to the...
Madam Yukong.
I'm sorry. I understand. It's just hard for me to accept. Thank you for bringing Tingyun's belongings back to the Palace of Astrum. The Stellaron crisis has cost us too many comrades. I'd like to invite all of you, as witnesses to this war, to a soul-soothing ceremony hosted by the Skyfaring Commission. Will you consider?
A soul-soothing ceremony?
To put it into short life terms, a funeral. You see, for long-life species of the Xianzhou, ordinarily the 10 Lords Commission guides people to the Hall of Karma before any symptoms of Mara are detected. Given our limited lifespans, the only ones who place value on ceremony, countless Cloud Knights lost their lives or became Mara-struck during the crisis. All of these sudden deaths and unfulfilled wishes remind us that long-life species, by combining Skyfaring Commission technology with Foxian ceremony, it's not just to comfort the dead, it's also my way of saying I'd like to hold this ceremony. I can still hardly... I'd like to ask you all to... I've instructed Yen Ming to sort...
Leave this to us.
Once again, my thanks to all...
You always did say that I like to gossip. And here I am rambling on, proving you right again. If only you were here to cut me off. Oh. It's you.
We're here to help sort out Miss Tingyun's thing.
Well, I've managed to get through pretty much everything. It's all in this box. Please, take your time.
Okay, let's see what there is. An Amicassator seal, a small box, looks like some kind of...
Oh, Tingyun explained that one to me. It's a folk statuette from Foxian.
There's also a note in the package. This is for you, Mr. Yenming. Wishing you fortune and success in every endeavor. Yenming!
I remember asking her for... Tingyun and I were from different guilds. When we used to trade in other lands, we would bring back the rivalry between us and the... I was completely unprepared for this. I never thought Tingyun would... If I don't return a gift, I'll lose our little duel. But what could I possibly...
Huh. Besides the seal, the knife, and the bow, could there be other things similar to what Yen... Do you know where we're supposed to take.
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
The waffle is famous for its mung bean soda. You've got to give it a try.
The best choice for galactic commerce.
The waffle is famous.
Oh, how's it going? Isn't that the place? It's the tourist. Whenever I'm...
Spice is supreme. Check out that sign. Here it is.
Honored guests, welcome to our humble... When she first ate here, she was captivated. She probably... Oh, I heard that...
Miss...
Really? Oh, speaking of which...
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
The sleepless...
Welcome to the sleep. Oh, this is the tea, Miss. When I took over this famous brew, Miss Tea, I just thought she...
We found...
Thank you. Based on her suggestion, I improved the whale tides, seeing as Ting Yun won't be able to try it. We should...
About that bow, I think I know who Miss Ting Yun intended to gift it to.
What brings you here? This bow. Did Ting Yun pick it out for me? She understood my pain. 30 years ago, I fought in a terrible war. My comrade and I set sail together, but only I returned. The scars of that war never truly healed. Still, the Law Fu traced out its arc of recovery and continued to trade. I felt tired of voyaging, like I'd lost the courage to pull on a bowstring ever again. I hid away in the Skyfaring Commission and buried myself in work. Despite rising to Helm Master, my military career hadn't prepared me for the type of meticulous planning work now confronting me. Ting Yun, on the other hand, was a born merchant. She never fought alongside me on the battlefield. But in her own way, she became a comrade in arms. Without that, I used to think that the Xianzhou had changed with the times. Geniuses like Ting Yun were the future for the sky. I was wrong. Only when the last minions of the Antimatter Legion are wiped out. The star skiff is ready for the ceremony now. Everyone?
Wait! Wait for me! Miss Ting Yun prepared a gift for me. As a fellow ambassador, I cannot fail to honor our custom.
Yanming, what is it that you've prepared?
I've brought a paper kite. I know it may seem simple compared to the precious items that Ting Yun gifted others in the past, but I heard that Foxians have a tradition where paper kites are used to comfort the souls of pilots who can no longer take to the skies. Ting Yun and I were never pilots in the strictest sense of the word. For her to be able to take wing once again would make her very happy.
Out of all this stuff we've got, what do you think?
This time, we needn't compete.
Thank you for...
This is a gift from... This is the tea that...
The Skyfaring Commission shall never... It is time for the soul-soothing ceremony.
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
General, the ceremony is finished.
Not yet. I have things I wish to convey to my apologies. I couldn't get to you any sooner. Yan Qing made sure that I was fully recuperated. Before you leave the Law Fu, there are two things I wish to gift the Express.
What, 2 gifts? Has his conscience finally gotten the better of him? Is he going to...
Please, let us reconvene at the seat of Div... Present company is gathered to reiterate the Xianzhou Law Fu's esteemed gratitude for the magnanimous action. I am sure Lady Fu has given voice to this already, but the Law Fu is greatly indebted to you. Therefore, on behalf of the Law Fu Cloud Knights, I hereby present you with a jade abacus, a symbol of our allied friendship. Back when the Alliance was first established, all those thousands of years ago, the Xianzhou ships swore an oath, etching the record into a jade abacus. The world may crumble, and the heavens may fall, but this oath shall never be broken. The same is true of this jade abacus. It is a record of the Law Fu Cloud Knight's promise to the crew of the Astral Express. It is also a beacon. Grip it tightly, and it will send a message to the jade abacus here in my hand. No matter how astronomically distant you are, the Law Fu Cloud Knights will always come to the aid of the crew.
Wow, now that's what I call a payoff.
Of course, I trust that such an important article will not be used for trivial or inappropriate circumstances. I hope you can understand.
Yep, got it. Say no more. Sure thing.
Thank you for your generosity, General.
Don Hong.
General.
In accordance with the edict of the Ten Lords Commission, I am hereby authorized to relieve your banishment decree. From this day henceforth, you may come and go freely on the Law Fu.
Nice!
But I must remind you that the crimes of Don Feng have had far-reaching implications. And some people, such as those in Scale Gorge Waterscape, will not be much moved by the issuance of a paper edict. While I can guarantee your freedom to come and go as you please, I cannot guarantee your safety. Again, I hope you can understand.
I understand.
This issuing of gifts brings with it a sense of relief. Even my wound is feeling much improved. The occasion calls for a line or two of poetry. Though I feel my efforts would be overshadowed by the erudition of Lady Fu. Another time, perhaps. The Express and its passengers have a long voyage ahead of them. May that voyage...
Himiko messaged me. The Express detected the Jade Gate's reopening. She asked whether we'd be heading. She was also asking after you, Danheng. I think it'd be best if you update her in person.
She must have been worried. I'll return to the train.
Himiko must be eager to hear about what we've been up to on this mission too, right? Hang on. Oh, how could I forget? We should bring some... I've got goldfish memory.
Fine, fine. Danheng and I...
Don't worry, Miss...
There's a dreamlike quality to watching these star skiffs depart through the Jade Gate. How long will these...
From a universal perspective, there is little difference between the lives of long and short-life species. The transcendence that the Xianzhou pursues is... Yeah, you're back. Himiko and I were just discussing. This little excursion has reached its conclusion.
Next time, I think I should be the one trailblazing with you guys. Well,
Since when did the work roster just change like that?
Penacony. Do you remember? Before Kafka's proposal, that was our original destination. The family is throwing a banquet there, and they sent invitations out to the Express. I was curious about the state. When the conductor is ready, we can set off for the next...
All who enter here are either jailers or prisoners. Which are you?
Neither. I'm merely a lost traveler.
What a spectacle. The Stellaron, the Ambrosial Arbor, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, the Lord Ravager. A series of threats that almost succeeded in diverting attention away from the crucial question. They who brought the Stellaron onto the Xianzhou, what was their motive? Will you surrender, or do you require encouragement? Abomination of Yaoshi.
General, my power does indeed stem from the abundance. But I'm the same as you. We are both enemies of Yaoshi.
That's right, Jingwen. Stay out of our way. The revival of the Arbor is an omen. It's time for the Xianzhou to choose its next path. The Rainbow Arbiter, the Plague's author, the Ruin author. This is a chess game between eons. If you don't stand with the winners, you stand to lose. And this time, we will put the abundance in their grave.
Time to head to the next stop. Let's meet up with everyone in...
Pom-Pom's not here.
Ahem! Apologies for the delay, dear passengers.
Huh? But
I thought everyone knew. Our next destination... I know everyone's eager to disembark and get to that famous Stellar Hotel. But first, Penacony is located in Asdana, a star system brimming with memoria, which has historically been one of... Usually this wouldn't be a huge problem, but everyone's different, so... Second, Penacony is a colony belonging to the Harmony family. It also marks the first time this family has extended a public invitation.
Got it. When in Rome, as they say.
Rome? Anyway, if you could, I hope that while you're all on vacation, you could spare some time to help
Allow me, just like most of the worlds that the Express calls at, Penacony is one of the stops along the Silver Tracks. Several millennia ago, during that time, the Astral Express once visited Penacony. As with all meetings, they inevitably lead to goodbyes. As the Express's logs indicate, it seems some passengers decided to call Penacony their permanent home. Don't worry, just think of it as returning to your hometown. Following the Express's departure, why did these nameless choose to stay here? How did the course of their subsequent lives unfold? And what legacies did they leave behind? Retracing our predecessors' footsteps. That is, and it's even if they left the stars behind them, their trailblaze would not be over. That's also what according to the passenger list, the 3 people who got off were Tiernan,
just names and occupations? And they don't even sound like their real names.
We'll just leave it to the stars of fate. Considering the Nameless's diversity, perhaps we'll conclude today's navigation meeting on this point. There's a bit of time left before we jump. In the meantime,
I'll broadcast an announcement before we jump.
There's still some time before the jump. I should talk to everyone.
How's it going? Oh, there probably won't be any surprises happening on family territory. Well, rest and recuperation aside, don't forget Pom-Pom's...
you're the picture of calm, as always. Meanwhile, March... I trust Penacony, but regarding the family's invitation,
I spoke to Mr. Yang. Thank you. I appreciate the invitation. Pay no mind to the matters concerning the Xianzhou. Penacony isn't, I'd advise double-checking your bags. Word is that the family's...
Camera, check. Extra clothes, check. Toiletries. Aw, drat! The travel bottles I ordered haven't arrived. Although, that means I can make more room in my suitcase. You won't fit in the suitcase, can't you? Maybe I should bring some novels or comic books. This is hot.
It's about time. Is upend the ancient.
Ahem! Hi! The Express is about to make the jump! The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not another one. Come with me. These questions have no meaning, but I will answer you as best as I can. This is the border between reality and the memory zone. A dreamscape. Right this moment, you and I have coincidentally shared the same dreamscape and appeared in each other. Worry not, for very quickly you will awaken from this dream. Forget everything that has transpired. Pay no mind, for this forgetfulness happens with each new dawn. It isn't a curse. So, come with me. I'll take you home. Left, to the end of the corridor. I will wait there for you. Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. You can call me whatever you want. Open this door. Take a look at the mesmerizing dreamscape. Well, you can still remember.
This is...
This way. After you.
Am I supposed to walk up? How is this even possible?
Why not?
She can hear the thoughts in my head?
We're almost there. Can you still walk? Don't panic. This is normal. Don't stop. Don't turn back. Don't look down. Or up, for that matter. These voices... they are just shadows of the dreamscape. Pay no heed to them.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable...
Leave this realm, and rise as you would on any other day. Forget this fortuitous encounter and return whence you came. But before you do, I would make a request of you. You may think it somewhat strange, perhaps even rude, but have we met somewhere before? You evoke memories of an old friend. In the haze of my recollections, she stood shoulder to shoulder with me. Much like this surreal dreamscape where we stood close yet... May I ask you a few more questions? I tend to forget things, which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. The answer is inconsequential. For instance, when you awaken in your room, your lips speak several names. Are they your companions? Family? Enemies? You seem to have... Might I ask if you fear losing these bonds? If there was a vast dreamscape, so lifelike it's indistinguishable from reality. There, no one faces life's separations or deaths. Everyone attains their deserved happiness and live. I would ask, would you wish to stay? Now, imagine if this splendid dream were fated to fall apart. Friends, family, strangers, followed by the gentle breeze, soaring birds, the stars, and ultimately yourself. Everyone and every face they remember, the joy and the heartaches, the vows sealed and those left hanging, all will inevitably march towards a predetermined ending. I would ask, would you still embark on... on this journey? I know this is hard. You don't have to be hard-pressed to make a decision. Hearing, touch, thought. Through these, you gain emotions. Cherish them. With emotions, we make choices. And so we return to the original question. I would ask, do you still remember? I understand. How interesting. For a split second, it felt like countless versions of you, alike yet distinct, gave entirely different responses. That was my final question. Thank you. We all have our paths to walk, so we shall be. The Golden Dream is getting restless. In the coming long night, I'm afraid you will face many tribulations and witness many tragedies. And finally, your sight will only see black. But please believe me that in that monochrome world, there will be a glimpse of fleeting red. And when you make a choice, it will reappear before you once. What you must do now is ponder its significance. And then you can return to the waking world. That's where we all find our answers.
like you had a nightmare. We just arrived in Astana. Don't fret. Dreams are often the reverse of reality. What can you imagine? Yesterday's grim frontier prison is today's lavish hotel. Gear up and make sure you've got everything. And before you step...
Is March 7th still packing her luggage?
You're up? How's... shall we... Penacony, the we're here at last! Oh, the family sure doesn't play around with their entry protocols. I wouldn't have put it past them to try and nab that Stellaron from its... aside from that, I have to say the family has been really accommodating. Well, the hassle was worth it. Just look at this grand hotel. Where are our rooms? Come on, Mr. Yang and the rest must be at the front desk. Let's hurry up and meet them there.
Welcome to the Reverie. May you experience an unforgettable holiday. If you need help checking in. I'm Misha, a bellboy working here on Penacony. Pleased to be at your service.
Over here. Something's not right.
Should you need assistance with moving luggage to your room, feel free to contact me. Please.
Hey, what's the big gathering at the concierge about? We've just arrived and there's already drama?
I'm sorry, but your name really isn't in the system.
But in the information I received from the Astral Express, it states that we...
Yes, ma'am. Please give the Astral Express for Platinum Guest Rooms, Mr. Don Hung. These are the only 4 names on the...
Yes. Your name is in... I understand. No wonder our friend's name here is missing. When we responded to the family's invitation, she hadn't even arrived. Something came up in Don Hung's schedule, and he couldn't make it. I have an idea. Could you reassign his room?
She's a new passenger aboard our Astral Express. We can vouch for her status.
Even if that is so, I'm afraid... No, I'm not doubting your status.
Well, it's just that right now, we're on the eve of the Charmony Festival. Penacony's most important moment of every era. And with the hotel security is on high alert with 0 room for error. And with such a last-minute change, it really isn't something that this young...
We're sorry for all the trouble our check-in seems to have caused. Might I ask for your name?
I am the humble aventurine of the IPC's Strategic Investment Department. A non-performing asset liquidation specialist and subordinate... I also happen to be a traveler.
Leave it to me. I've heard that the IPC has also received Penacony's invitation, so forgive me if I'm mistaken, but you must be the representative.
I must be hearing things. Paving a convenience? Shouldn't I be saying this to you instead? I've been waiting here for more than 10 minutes. Do you know how many credits 10 minutes is worth to me?
It must be an inordinate number, which is why now, Mr. Aventurine, I have an investment that you absolutely... The IPC's influence runs deep and wide, and their word wields the utmost authority. We hope to borrow your status to vouch for her. As such, you won't just be sparing much of your invaluable time, but also forging new friendships.
Well, this is interesting. And how will my new friends benefit me?
Now this is a topic very much worth getting into. Just as we are guests of the Watchmaker, why don't we make ourselves comfortable in Penacony?
Sounds good. But, Miss Navigator, I must point out that if I do something about it now, the time saved is from my own effort, not a favor from you all. But, what you said in the second half, I loved it. Friends, yes, nothing is more precious than friends. Especially a righteous Going forward on this Penacony trip, I'll be counting on all my trailblazer friends here. Looking forward to a delightful time.
I'm glad you've put it this way. So about the vouching...
There you go, miss. Please allow her to check in on my account. I have an appointment with the family's Mr. Sunday. I will ask him to handle this matter later.
But...
Ali, just a moment. The family cannot allow guests to enter a dream while bearing burdens.
Oh, speak of the devil, look who's here. It's Sunday, the most...
He said you were the most dashing person in Penacony. How interesting.
I've kept you waiting, Mr. Aventurine. This way, please. Let us speak in private.
Astral Express guests, please come this way and rest your feet.
Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, but are you the singer? Epsilon Superstar!
I never thought a cutie like yourself would be a fan of mine.
Oh, it really is, Robin.
It is an honor to meet...
Are you also a member of the family on Penacony like him?
Truth be told, I am a guest like everyone. Penacony is my hometown, but I left when I was older. The person you speak of is Sunday, my senior, and one of the local leaders at Penacony. He is also the organizer of this era's Charmony Festival. Alas, I arrived a little later than usual.
Please, be at ease. I have instructed Miss Allie to resolve the system error as soon as possible. I have also upgraded your rooms as token... Mr. Aventurine has an appointment with the Oak family and has checked in prior. On his behalf...
Thank you for stepping in to resolve this matter. But are you sure about the rooms? I wouldn't want your other guests to feel we were being given...
Please, rest assured that the family will personally undertake communications to handle this. I apologize for taking up everyone's precious time, and we shan't keep you any longer.
May your dreams be beautiful and...
It's just one surprise after another. But since that Mr... Which day was he? How does the saying go? Trouble?
There's also the saying, from misfortune comes bliss. Okay, there's no queue in the lobby now. Let's go find Miss Allie.
Esteemed guests of the Astral Express, your check-in procedure is complete. This is your Dreamscape Pass. It serves as your hotel room key, as well as a directory of all the amenities and information you require at the Reverie. At the same time, it is also Penacony's special. You can use the Dreamscape Pass's provided clock-in feature to record every moment of your wonderful dream. Regarding the method of usage, the Dreamscape Pass will guide. I wish you all pleasant dreams in Penacony. You may take...
All right! A dream world! I heard that Penacony transformed the dreamscape into a majestic metropolis. What exactly would that look like? Oh, I can't wait!
Our rooms are down this way.
This is a long hallway. Is it just me, or is this hotel too big for its own good?
Quit giving me the stink eye. Refreshed and invigorated.
Best not to take too much too literally.
We're finally here. Let's all head to our rooms first. Welt, how about a drink first? Penacony's Soul Glad is very famous.
Go on. We may be thinking of the same.
Do you remember the invite that the Express...
The family's esteemed guests are cordially invited to Penacony to participate in our grand celebration. That's why we're here.
You recall correctly, but there was more to this invite. Witness the impossible in the realm of dreams. Find the legacy of the Watchmaker, father of Penacony, and thus the answer to the question...
I don't remember that part of the invite.
This is the part that intrigues me. The invite sent by the family was nothing more than a music box, but the box that was sent to us was slightly unusual. The music, I recorded these dissonant notes, and they were a perfect match with the gravity wave frequency.
A distress call method regularly?
I can't be certain. It may be a masked fool's trap.
When did you discover this?
When we were handling that Lawfu Stellaron matter. I told Pom-Pom about it first thing.
It's no wonder that IPC Ambassador also mentioned this Watchmaker. The invite he received must also have contained a hidden message, and it seems like he decoded it. There's something else on my mind. When the invite was brought up, that family leader mentioned being one of the actual administrators of Penacony, and in hindsight, there was more to that statement. He also had Miss Robin with him. I'm no singer, but her voice sounded a little strange. Would a singer really take to the stage if their voice...
Are you saying you suspect that the family did not send the invite and is hiding something from us?
It's possible. The fact that the family sent out invites to the other factions is already unusual, and your discovery confirms that there could be a third party involved. I take back what I said. Why didn't you tell the others?
We shouldn't interfere if this is just an internal affair of Penacony or the...
But you said so yourself. This could
Well, I did. Which is why... before we set off, I told March 7th in Dan Heng about it.
So I was the only one kept in the dark then.
That's because you were zonked out the whole ride. No one had the chance to tell you.
Who sent the invite? What is the purpose of gathering all of the factions into Penacony? And why does the family choose to remain silent about their knowledge? Right now, let's just focus on the conductor's request. We'll collect intel while enjoying this wonderful vacation. Penacony is, after all, a famed resort of the cosmos. Head back to your rooms, get some rest, and prepare to enter the dreamscape.
It's time to head back to my room. Before entering the dream, I should probably talk to the rest.
Refreshed and invigorated. Can't sleep from all the excitement, huh? Don't worry.
Odd. He's...
How fortuitous. We meet again? Calm down. I'm just here to soak in the festive vibe. This may be your room now, but half a system hour ago, it was still mine. A lucky block number, a lucky floor, a lucky room number. You have no idea how much I went through to book this precious space. And now I've given it to you. Treasure it well, friend. Oh, I'm not sure I like that tone. Penacony's a true blue land of dreams. How many across the stars would spend half their lives just to acquire an admission ticket into the Reverie? Think about the type of people who can even afford to stay here. If it wasn't for my brilliant plan, you think the family would offend those bigwigs just to sate the paltry whims of an unsought guest such as yourself? So sit down and let's have a chat. With everything said and done, I think I deserve at least this much, right? Wrong. You're the one I seek. Simply put, my friend, I need your help. You may or may not know this, but Penacony's far murkier than it seems. My goal is simple. Help the IPC retrieve some things that belong to them in the first place. If you agree, when this is done, you will stand to reap great rewards, as well as the preservation's protection. It's clear you're not just one of the crowd. You possess a distinct quality, so magnetic that it could sway the outcome of any game. That power, you really don't wish. The power that men both fear and desire is right in the palms of your hands. Miss Stellaron, have I hit the nail on the head? Warning me? Oh, you're too... You don't have to answer me now. Sit on it for a while. When the time is right, I will look for you again. Of course, you can confer with your colleagues as well, or go as far as to use me in turn. I welcome that notion, because I don't do deals where I'm on the losing end. So I hope that friends don't let me down. I already said there's no rush to give me an answer. Because no matter what happens, the outcome will remain the same. Oh yes. Before I go, let's play another game. A simple game, to get to know each other better. You just have to guess which hand... Left or right? Get ready. No? I didn't get your answer. Oh, but that's fine, because... Friend, the game has already begun. Allow me to make you an offer. One you can't refuse. No reason to choose otherwise. And no other choice.
Hello there.
Huh?
What are you doing in my room?
Your room? Well played, friend. You haven't been in Penacony long, but you already know how to rope people. Oh, don't misunderstand. That was a mere reminder. This place runs deep with plenty of unsavory character. I'll make my exit now.
Why haven't you left? This is my room. I jest. Take it easy. This is indeed... I'm trying to find my own room too, and I heard a commotion here. So I came to take a look. Luckily your door was open, or it could have gotten dangerous. That man looked like he... Anyway, as long as you're all right. But before I go, can I ask you a question? Have we met somewhere before? This may sound embarrassing because I would sometimes forget stuff I really shouldn't have from past experiences. It's just this is your name, isn't it? You forget. That man mentioned it before he left. My memory's not very good, but it's not so bad. Galaxy Ranger Acheron. This is what they call me. Lastly, a gentle reminder. There are people who possess unwavering One who wears a blade must use it to cut, eventually. And when a gambler has nothing to lose on the table, he will surely go for broke and bet it all on a final hit. That is all I can say. I thought you should know all this before making a choice.
Acheron left. Strange. Forget it. It's taken a while, but at least I can finally enter the dream.
Sorry, can you point me in the direction of the lobby?
Seems like it's over. Time to work the dream pool according to the Dreamscape passes instructions.
Welcome to Penacony, honored guest. Very soon, all your dreams will leap forth before you. See you in the next life. Please relax. Feel the ebb and flow of your body. Just focus on breathing and imagine you're in paradise. Imagine a dreamland.
What is it, Ratio? Why the long face? Hey, I just realized, where's that handsome bust of yours?
You're late. By 4 minutes and 16 seconds. You better have solved the mystery of Akavili's fall. Otherwise, I suggest not tangling with the Nameless.
You mean you don't believe me when I say I truly wish to befriend?
Clamorous people do not make friends. Fun fact, the Atini Peacock boasts one of the universe's more jarring songs, and your choice of attire is somewhat peacock-esque. It seems this peacock is short of a feather or two. The family's been...
Yeah, by that gray-suited fellow. All the cash gifts and the box containing the cornerstones. Huh? Where are you going?
Back home. To tell the corporation that some idiot ruined it?
Oh, it's nothing more than a few rocks. What?
Without that aventurine stone, you're nothing more than a doomed Sigonian thrall, sentenced to die by the IPC. Or is that serial number on your neck a cherished memento from the Amber Lord?
You're funny, I'll give you that. It appears our—
It's my job. How would a gambler wrest Penacony back from the IPC otherwise?
Don't worry, Doctor, I have my ways. The family fears interference from the IPC, hence their constant intervention. If you ask me, that invite is nothing but a self-planted diversion. A red herring. Or maybe they're thinking of pulling off something big during the charm. Or someone else made the invite, and they acquiesced to elevating the magnitude of the plan. Well, regardless, be it the family or the Watchmaker's legacy, as long as they're all useful to me.
Get to the point. What's your plan?
Well, no need to expand on that now.
Damned gambler. Any true collaboration
Then, do you trust?
That depends on you.
So you don't trust me either. Now that was easy, wasn't it? Also, I didn't go to school, and my parents didn't teach me any of that. A pity.
I did not mean to offend.
I'm not offended. But they did teach me that friends are weapons of the Abgens. Let's see. The Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express have already made contact. The Annihilation Gang, I can't really count. Speaking of which, I ran into a woman just now who introduced herself as a Galaxy Ranger. The whole conversation felt... Huh? Oh, you don't really disdain me that much, do you?
So this is the dreamscape? The atmosphere here creeps me out, and... Whoa. Note?
This way! Can you see me? Over here. Please, come this way.
I thought I heard a familiar voice. Is it...
Ah, you're here. Wonderful. Oh, Welcome to the Gallery of Thoughts. Huh? You remember? This is a temporary interchange, so I apologize for any unpleasantness in your... You just go right through that door to reach gold.
Behind this door is the real Penacony. I'm looking forward to it.
What's that? What happened?
What? Are you all right? There's nothing.
Seems like our guest here hasn't gotten used to the transition. Fret not. Robin, please guide our friend in getting more comfortable.
Leave it to me. Don't worry. Just relax. Inhale. Now exhale. You should be feeling fully in control now. It was a song with a hum.
Relax. Just did some tuning on you with the resin. Essentially, the dream of Penacony is a world formed by memoria. It's like learning to swim. It's easy to sink at first when you aren't. Well, theoretically you can. But it would be very unless you're one of the memo keepers of the Garden of Recollection. It can be difficult at first to manipulate the memoria as you wish. But once you've been tuned by the harmony... Oh, oops. I've fallen into my professional habits again. I just can't seem to shake off this urge to...
Don't mind him. He's always like that.
The Dreamscape sales store. Should I visit it? This place is bustling. There are so many people living in the Dreamscape.
My dream is right before my eyes.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action. Seek, and you will find.
Name of Len, a will forged in ice, never falters!
Ready for another? Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack.
Destined for oblivion.
Immerse yourself in it. Be of your body and mind. The truth for everything in this world is bleeding.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Free will, or was it fate? On still waters of oblivion.
May the Faust and hit. Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion.
Allow me to purge the... Yeah!
A will forged in ice, never falters!
Enemy data secure. Net markers activate. Time for a good old counterattack!
That's half the work. On still waters of oblivion.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth. Ready for another?
This ends here.
Destined for oblivion.
Allow me to purge the root. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Again? Another journey begins. On still waters of oblivion.
May the Faust... Yeah! Enemy targets detected.
Destined for oblivion.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We have the upper hand. Ready for another?
Free will, or was it from still waters of oblivion? Another blood debt repaid. Seek, and you will find. Stream forth, gleam of old
blade. Commencing support. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's half the work. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Immerse yourself in it. Enemy targets detected.
This ends here. In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters!
Still waters of oblivion.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Yeah. Ready for another?
Hope you're prepared.
Free will, or was it destined for oblivion?
Commencing support. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Still waters of oblivion.
Yeah. Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid. Seek, and you will find.
High Elder commanded the luminescent depths to rise, and everyone is amazed.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's no need to lose your temper over little things. hustle and bustle of the world, still so charming. Breathe out the old and inhale the new.
According to the map, this is the Dreamscape sales store. Is that a giant eyeball?
Trailblazers from the Astral Express. It's me, the Dreams. Here's where you get to experience all sorts of fascinating dreamscapes. From the top-notch productions of Clark Studios to private donations. We have it all. I'm not mistaken. This is your first visit to Pentagon, isn't it?